Hey, what's up, everyone? So today we're going to be talking about Mr. Porter, Shawn Porter, and recent comments he made about Lomachenko. He pretty much they were talking about. I'll show the clip. I'll show the clip, but they're talking about the 135 division, everyone fighting and each other and that whole division, and he starts at some point talking about who he's got number 1, number 2, number 3. He says he's got Ryan at like 6 or something like that, and then he's got I think he said he had like Haney or Tank at number 1 and Haney number 2. And the whole thing was, for me, was like, bro, how the hell are you going to put Tank Davis? Like, he's amazing. And then it hit me. I'm talking to myself and I'm saying, this guy's, he lost it, right? And all these things ran through my mind. First, it made me say, hey, I took it easy on you with that, that corrupt ending in your last fight. That was a joke. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know if it was some type of fraud. Y'all agreed on it. You just quit halfway. You just didn't want to put in the work because it's your last fight anyways, and you're losing or you're about to get knocked out. So you just don't take on the extra beating, whatever. But it looked bad for him. He has his own channel. He's liked everywhere. And I think he lost a lot of followers with that last fight. Just the way he behaved. That fight was no good for him. It's like everyone's like walking on ice. And they're being careful about how they talk about the scenario. And they sugarcoat it. And they're very respectful regarding how that played out and how they want to interpret it. But when I heard him talk about Gervonta Tank Davis being number 1, I was like, I was a little confused, and I was a little not mad, but I was wondering on what merit, what basis, what makes him be that number 1. Of course, we can all assume, and we can kind of gauge people and say, hey, they're number 1, number 2. I think they are. But Teofimo's done more. Even though he's lost, he's done more. And Lomachenko's done more, and he's fought bigger names, and he's done more. He fought Salido, but a lot of people talk about losses. They're losses via points, guys. See, that's where even the zero created all this BS. And we still got BS because even though someone loses, they're not losing by a knockout, right? Like Porter shouldn't even be talking. He didn't even fucking get knocked out. He just fucking quit. That's even worse. He didn't get outpointed. He didn't get knocked out. Dude just quit. Like, I don't know. That doesn't deserve any type of respect. Well, one thing I realized that was I think he respects Tank because he sparred Tank, and I think Tank got the best of him. So he's who he sparred. Then that's when I kind of calmed down, and I was like, oh, okay. So, but then I thought if Tank sparred you and you respect Tank due to that sparring, then that means. Isaac Cruz can kick your ass too, and you should call him number 1 as well. I mean, because you got all this respect for him, and he really didn't beat Isaac Cruz. That was like a tie. And if you really go down to scorecards, if a guy beats another guy by 2 or 3 points, then he's a winner by decision, by points. He doesn't win the fight. Like, it's like in any other, it's like basketball. Basketball's kind of retarded that way too. We have a winner. It's 105 to 107. You know, it's like one fucking possession. They're like, oh yeah, he's the winner. That's retarded. Sports is kind of retarded. So they got this guy and they're elevating him. He hasn't fought anyone. Floyd comes out in the media, says, oh, he should be ranked higher. And then now ESPN puts him up on the top ranking as pound for pound. And then you got Shawn Porter now elevating this guy up as a top fighter. And I think the guys with losses should get more credit. I think Teofimo has fought more people. And I think Lomachenko has fought more people. So if anything, it should be Lomachenko 1, Teofimo 2, and then even Mr. Social Media has still fought that other guy Campbell. So that counts. It's a bigger name than anybody that Tank Davis has. So I would put him at number 3, and I don't like the guy, but he deserves number 3. And then you got maybe Tank at number 4. No, you don't have him number 4 because you know what? I think you have Haney at 3, and then Ryan Garcia at 4, and then you got what's his name at 5, Tank. But then where does Kambosos go? I think Kambosos ends up going maybe number 3 and pushing someone else out of the way. And because he won one fight, got him 3 belts. Okay, I get that, but we still have to see if he can keep any of them. You know what I mean? He's in that spot, and Tank Davis, he isn't anywhere close to there. You can it's like something that hasn't been tested, man. No one wants to buy anything that hasn't been tested. Everybody wants to see if it works or not. And this guy, they want to sell him as a mean machine, but they say don't turn it on. We don't want this fighter competing against equal opposition. But trust me, he's the man, and he's pound for pound. Now that's ridiculous. So I don't know, guys. They're bumping up these fighters for no apparent reason, and the Shawn Porter podcast, it's becoming a little biased, or they're getting a little ridiculous over there. And the guys over there, they're just quiet because it's his podcast. Like, they're not gonna speak up. It was funny to watch, and they're all like, they're all on Tank Davis. But I mean, it is what it is, and I guess we'll see what all of this turns into, and how are you going to put someone in the top position when Tank Davis already mentioned he's not fighting same level opposition as himself for the next 2 years? This is a guy that's saying, "Hey man, I'm taking the Riot Garcia." He hasn't even fought. He's not even a Ryan Garcia because he hasn't even fought Luke Campbell. So what is he? He fought a no name that is Isaac Cruz, that should get points taken away from him. No one talked about, hey, Isaac Cruz. The way that they dissected that is they gave props to Isaac Cruz and saying, oh, he did a good job, but Tank still did enough to deserve the win. And it's like, dude, it's not even obvious that he won. It wasn't clear that he won. To me, that just proves that Tank's like a number 5-6 spot, and he's going to remain there. And proof that he's a number 6 is someone paid or put some emphasis on that subject wanting to come out, and got ESPN to publicize the fact that Tank is pound for pound in the division, or that's their ranking. So ESPN, which is a news channel, a sports channel, has to publicize and come up with their own rankings. And the fact is that he is a ESPN a fighter, and so I guess somebody paid those guys to publicize that, and we all know he's not pound for pound. One guy's got the belt. One guy got all the belts. The other guy, Haney, has I think the WBO, and then you have who else do we have? We have what's his name? Teofimo just lost, but has a pretty good resume. And then we got Lomachenko in there too. That's already fought big names. There's no way, even with the loss, his resume is still better than Tank Davis. And in boxing, guys, no one ever avoids a fight that they can win. They always make fights that they can win. They make them in a heartbeat. The second that opposition gets harder, you see people just quit, and start talking about their investments, and they slowly become inactive, and they're gone. Prime example, Danny Garcia. There's no way for him to go. He's either going to have to fight Ugas, Spence. He already fought. I think he fought Spence. Ugas, Terrence, or Boots, or the Hispanic kid. Is his name Victor? No, I forget his name. But y'all know who I'm talking about. It's just really hard for him. All of those are an ass beating. It's not easy money, in other words. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna stay inactive. We're not gonna see him. If anything, maybe he fights the Hispanic kid. But I don't even think he wants that. It's not high dollar pay-per-view money. He's not a cash cow. He's not the center of attention. The fight would be more of a measuring stick for the top 3 guys. So I don't think he does it. But that's it for this one, guys. Please like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.